Knowing the square footage of your home's roof is helpful in a number of ways, and especially if you're considering a roof replacement. Most importantly, it can help you estimate how much the project will cost. But as the average homeowner, how can you figure out this measurement? I'm Thomas Williams with Colony Roofers, and today I'm going to show you how to measure your roof's square footage from the ground without ever having to get on a ladder. So if you're going to measure the square footage of your roof, it's important to understand the meaning of a term you will hear often when it comes to roofing, and that's roofing square. It might make sense to think that a roofing square equals 1 square foot, but they are actually vastly different measurements. In roofing, a square actually refers to 100 square feet of roof, meaning that if you had a 2,000 square foot roof, it would require 20 squares of roofing material. Before I show you how to estimate your roof square footage, you're going to need a few things to complete this task. To do this, you're going to need a level, something to write with, a notepad, a tape measure, and potentially a piece of chalk. So now I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate how to measure your roof square footage from the ground. And while this method won't give you an exact measurement, it can definitely give you a decent idea of the area of your roof, which can help you anticipate the cost of the roofing project. So the first thing you're going to do in order to achieve this is to measure the length and width of your building. And the easiest way to do this is with a tape measure and a piece of chalk. So let's go ahead and get started. So my chalk mark that I made right here represents a 25-foot length mark because of the length of my tape measure. And so now what we're going to do is measure from that marking to the end of the house. Okay, so our first marking represented 25 feet. And there's an extra 5 feet on top of that, so we've got 30 feet on this side of the house. And we're going to go ahead and write that down on our notepad now. So now that we got the first side done, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side and run it the length of the house. Stay on there. So if you run into a bush line or anything, what you can do is just take a step back and go ahead and make your chalk mark farther back and write how many feet you measured and then continue on from there. So what we've done now is measure from that first mark at the bush line to this corner of the home right here. And this is going to allow us to go ahead and get the square footage of this area of the home. And now, since this house is in a regular shape, what we're going to do is measure from this side across the other side and go ahead and get that second square to combine the two. So after adding the two measurements from the bush line to this, you get the length and the width of both sides of the home, and then the next part you have to incorporate into this is the overhang of the roof. So looking at this overhang, you can see that there's about 2 to 2.5 feet of an extension off the side of the house, and this is going to be on both sides of the home, so you're going to have to add about 5 feet to the length, making it 31 instead of 26 total. And now we'll head up to the attic so I can show you how to figure out your roof slope. Now that we're up in the attic, we're going to go ahead and show you an easy way to get the slope of your roof. So the first step you're going to do is from the edge of your level, make a mark at 12 inches that you will then line up to your roof decking and rafters. Now you're going to take your level and line it up with the base of your roof decking and the rafter until the bubble is in the middle so that you know your level. Once you've done that, you're going to measure from the underside of your roof decking to that marking that you made on the level. That's about 5 inches. So that makes this particular roof a slope of 5/12. Once you found the slope, the last step is to go ahead and multiply the slope factor by the area that you found earlier. The slope factor is a number that corresponds to the slope of your roof, which can easily be found online. As an example, with a slope of 3/12, that slope factor would be 1.0541. And that's how you find the square footage of your roof. Of course, there are a number of other ways to measure the square footage of your roof, if the method we demonstrated isn't something you're up for. You can use satellite imagery to estimate your roof square footage. To do this, you can use Google Earth, and from an aerial view you can right-click and select Measure Distance, then drag to the second point. Once you do this for all sides of your home, you can find the area. Once you have the area of your roof, you can use the method I demonstrated to find the pitch of your roof from the inside of your attic and multiply your square footage by the slope factor. Another way to get the square footage is to use an online roofing calculator. There are a number of these available, but like most other methods, you will need to have both the area and the pitch of your roof in order to utilize this tool. If none of these methods seem like much fun to you, you can always have an experienced roofing contractor come out for an inspection, and in doing so they will be able to tell you the square footage of your roof. At Colony Roofers, we offer free 30-minute inspections, and a member of our team will take a look at your roof and be able to easily tell you the square footage. Don't hesitate to give us a call, whether you're looking for an inspection or you just have questions about the best way to measure it yourself. We're here to help. Thanks for watching.